How are you doing today? How's that sound to you?
No bueno.
2 seconds, guys.
And that smells good. That's not on the diet chat.
What's happening?
There we go.
Good meal's going. I'm going to do a little live right now.
Show the people what you're eating. I don't think they know.
They don't know, huh? Back from Russia late this week. Okay. Peeps doing traveling the world. I like that. So,
Is this real?
for you guys at home, 10 ounces of ground beef, Piedmontese to be exact, and then a good cup of rice. It is that time. We still going. How many weeks we got until New Year? We're closing in. What, 6, 7?
6. Seems like 6.
Let's see. Days. A little over. Hi, guys. What do we got going on? We got our people checked in.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Always. Yep, definitely behind the man behind the curtain.
Uh-oh.
I love how the questions, you guys see that on the, if you're watching this somewhere else, is this, is YouTube being widescreen, narrow screen?
Both of them.
Both of them. God dang, good job.
Both of them.
Way to,
Hey, why don't you read the live chat?
can you block him? This is, yeah, block that guy. Dink. I found a funny Aquarius post yesterday.
What's that?
And it was so good. And it was talking about, I got no problem to turn my day into a full-time job on busting your balls if you come at me. It was just funny. It was like, you want to be a smartass one time? Good. I got 20 of them going at you now.
Russia, Kentucky, fast. I love how you block Beal.
What questions do we have, guys? So my boy got arrested, got detained.
Who's that?
The Korean.
The Scottish?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm glad he's making waves. UK is like they arrest you for that kind of stuff. But everything said was actual factual, so it's not like it's not hate speech if it's facts. Isn't that right, guys? All righty.
When avoiding mileage, could you expand on the amount of exercises, sets, and reps you would choose per workout?
Nope. Doesn't work that way.
What? There's no formula?
No, because, again, there isn't a magic. You guys want a magic number to build muscle. You want a magic number to build strength. You want a magic number. There's no magic number. It's something that you have to learn as we move forward on making your program is we find out how many sets and reps get you to that point of where you're at least breaking down the muscle, but also recovering, where you're also building the strength. Well, you're also doing it in a precise pinpoint accuracy. So those are the things that you have to do as we work through this program, like power bodybuilding or strength gains or any of my pro secrets, any of these programs, you got to work through it. Check in, we go over it, we see if you're growing, that's the right numbers. But to ask, can you just give me the reps and sets to do for the next 40 years so I don't it doesn't work that way.
Clip it.
The only thing I can tell you is the way that most people do it is 100% incorrect. Well, where's your research on that? Look at them. They're broken. You guys see these guys that compete in bodybuilding in their 20s? By the time they get in their 30s, the majority are broken. And if they can make it out of their 30s, by 40s, they're really done. So it's a continuous growth with you and your trainer. Who got their meals in? Who got their training in?
Mike, is it true that the stomach can't absorb more than 50 grams of protein a meal?
Is that what they're saying now? Is it 50?
Mm-hmm. That's 50.
Yeah, it was 30 when I was growing up.
Well, the science caught up.
The science caught up, yeah.
Yeah, the science caught up, buddy.
Yeah, so now it's 50. Well, that's cool. My champ, yeah, my recommendation is definitely eat, good, healthy, small meals, like 50 grams every couple hours. Were you thinking of trying to do one of these people that to say, just get your macros in later in the day and fast in the morning is a good way to drop the ball. That's the one argument. It's like this has been around since the beginning of time about your body being able to utilize the food you put in. Can you have 1,000 grams of carbs before you go work out and will your body use? No. But what's a good number for you? That's what we're going to figure out. But I don't understand the whole protein. Just eat your 250 grams for dinner, fast the rest of the time. No.
Mm-hmm.
Body ain't going to utilize that.
Here's a relevant one. Mike, do you adjust your nutrition on Thanksgiving Day?
Depends on, my schedule. I have in the past where I'll get my meals in through the morning and then I'll have a couple cheap meals later in the day with the family. Yeah, enjoy those times. Don't be so locked down that you can't enjoy those days. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't just completely bypass your nutrition plan. I would just get those meals in. Most people, it's usually a lunch or dinner for Thanksgiving. So just get your meal plan done and in early. And that way you can eat with the family and have a couple cheap meals.
I don't get this. Oh, I know why. Because you want to sell your program as if that's the secret sauce to making gains. Smart man.
Yep, that's it. Thanks for coming. You figured me out. Congrats.
Mike, come on. How is it training with Billy Gunn?
So fun. So fun. Mostly because he's an absolute savage. He improvs. He can talk some smack. And he's also there to learn. So it's like the cool thing. And that'd be the difference between the last guy commenting and Billy. Billy's a successful man that learns that there's information to be had. Mostly someone at that level. Think of that. There's only one Billy Gunn, 62-year-old, that kind of size, that kind of shape for decades. And everybody will go, no, I know a guy. You don't know a guy that's been at that level for that long. And it's just cool to be around that kind of entity, somebody like that. It just pushes you. These outliers.
How about this? Oh, where'd it go? Do you chew your food?
Not really.
I haven't seen Mike take a fucking bite
Yeah.
ever. Bro just
In-
inhales.
In, drink, swallow.
Just inhales food. I've seen this man eat 16 ounces of tuna in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I have. That's a shovel fest.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know who's coming on today. The big stud muffin. This guy was at a big rally over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Just hot baddies, nice cars. I'll let him tell you that.
So just a normal day.
Just, yeah,
John's
it's
life.
basically a normal day in
Just-
John's life.
A
Would there be
normal
hot
day.
girls around you and nice cars? Yeah. Well, that's John's life.
Oh, Monday.
It's Monday. It's just a day. Oh, this guy's living it. What up, Playboy? He's there. He's out. He's back. 5-5 better than, what was that?
Is 5x5 better for building muscle or 8x3? We answered that.
Yeah, you do both. You know, just like anything. One's working better for you for a period of time than the other one. Can't hear us? Maybe there?
There
Yeah.
you go.
How does it sound?
Mute.
We need it's a little.
Do you want to try it? You want to try our side?
I think it's because the
Test this
headset.
out real quick. Is it echoing on your side?
It's not echoing. It's just dull.
Hold on. Let me take this out. Let me take this Bluetooth.
You guys never
How
said it
about
to him.
now?
I like it.
You hear
You
me?
okay? Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Throw it back in. We'll stay with it.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
How about now?
No, that's what we need. Perfect.
But I can't hear you. What is going on?
Put the earpiece back in. Put the earpiece.
That's why.
Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, the questions, guys, that you're asking, it's like, how many reps is too many? Where's the magic number? There is none. You got to figure that out as you go. Or even this,
I know you
the
can hear me
five.
now, right? But I can't hear you. Let me try to come back in.
Both those numbers are great, though. 5 and 5s is always great. 8
Oh yeah.
8 of 3s are great. But then remember, too, it's not just 5 of 5 or 8 of 3. It's like you're doing the program, right? You're doing the program for 12 weeks. So there's the 7 of 2, the 7 of 3, the 7 of 4, and then you break it back down. You take the weights up. You start again. 7 of 2, 7 of 3, 7 of 4 over the next 3-4 weeks, and you keep going like that. Johnny,
Hey, how you guys doing?
now he can hear us. I like that.
Yeah, I can hear you, and you can hear me. That's definitely a good thing. Technology's working. I love it. Just perfect.
Go for it. Go for that other question that had up there.
The 5x5.
No, that's up there now. You got another good one for us?
Let's pull some stuff out.
Hey, I'm with Remy again. What do you got there?
My Piedmontese ground beef, cup of rice, Sick workout. Had to replenish.
What'd you train today? Legs?
Boobs Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Titty Tuesday. I like it.
Everybody goes in on Monday and thinks it's that day, and it's like legs is always Monday and Friday.
Yeah,
Let them-
Monday chest day. Yeah, that's
What's it called? International Chest Day.
Mhm. Oh,
That's what I got.
that looks great.
I've already
Chicken-
one of these. I'm gonna
Is
use
that
other ones.
pasta or
Huh?
that's
Pasta.
chicken and
Pasta.
salute?
Dude, I've been eating a lot of carbs lately. A lot of carbs. I just recently picked up these so I stopped eating bagels, obviously, because there's a lot of carbs and a lot of garbage. But at that point, or it's good for a pump, I mean, whatever you want to use it. But I was like, all right, this is just it's not what I want to do, right? But I started, I don't usually go to the supermarket. I usually have like my fruit delivered, but I'm like, I'm gonna start getting my fruit because I want to like hand pick it, So I'm in the supermarket, I'm walking down the aisles, I'm like, all right, well, everything that is marketed now, honestly, Mike, I don't know if you've been in a supermarket lately or not. It's all marketed with protein, high protein, Snicker bars with high protein. So I'm walking down this aisle, and I'm like, all right, let me go down the bread aisle. I want to, see what they got. So they have Thomas bagels that are high in protein, 20 grams of protein and 45 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
Can we stay on there for a second?
Yeah, for sure.
Because this would be an interesting one, and you guys can clip this. Now, John is pretty darn consistent, so I think his discussion of this, I agree with. I think for Johnny, having the bagel, it's some carbohydrates and some protein in there. If you were going to get ready and go, hey, I need to be on point for the Olympia, would you still keep those kind of foods in there?
Yeah. I mean, because otherwise, carbs I can eat real low on, right? So if I want to introduce those carbs and use them for fuel. So it would be a timing thing of when I would eat them. I just wouldn't eat it just like, I'm just going to eat, these bagels, whatever. But regular bagels, I think, have like 5 grams of protein in them. These have 20. So at least, if I'm going to get some carbs in, if you ate 2 of those, that would be what, 90 grams carbs? And if you want to eat 300 carbs per day, I mean, you could eat 3 meals. I mean, one with that, eat 2 bagels. And then at that point, change it up, I guess, and whatever you want to, fit in your macros there, whether, whatever the protein is or whatever. But yeah, I would definitely keep it in. I mean, don't get me wrong now. As I start going down the clock and we start getting closer, things start tightening up, right? So, that's going to probably be on the back burner until after Olympia is done and, all that's complete. And then I'm going to start tightening up my regimen of how I'm eating going up to whatever the event is, whether it's Olympia, photo shoot, whatever. You're coming in town, I want to make sure I look good for content or whatever. Then I would make sure that I plan accordingly. But there's downtimes too in your life where, I mean, it's more relaxed eating, I guess, to a certain degree for us. But, I'm not going to just eat regular bagels. And that's just out. But if I can find something where it's like, all right, well, at least there's some sort of, light at the end of the tunnel with this, then I'm good to go with it.
I agree with you. I think if you guys listen to John Foley and understand what he's saying, I agree with that. And mostly for today's people, the people that go, hey, I need the carbohydrates and stuff. It's like, yeah, you're off season. You can be much more loose. And again, your point is to try to get the carbs as high as you can and make sure your body's still utilizing them.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to do it. And then, like Johnny said, if it's all right, now it's show and go time, then I probably wouldn't look for my protein intake in a bagel.
No.
I'd want it in a fish or a chicken or a protein. So it's just understand the two sides. There's no more excuses on this side. I want some sweets. I need this. I got this appetite. Well, then you can do that and still be relatively really healthy.
Absolutely.
And then on the other side, yeah. So it's like it's a great thing. I always thought it was funny though with the youngsters and go, hey, make sure to have your Skittles or gummy bears after your workout and stuff. And it's like, there you go. It's like, if you're going to have fun with it and stuff like that, I take my nutrition a little bit more serious than the average.
Yeah, I'm not eating Sour Patch Kids or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to do it. It's just, and that's the common thing with everybody. I'm like, listen, I would rather have some fruit and then go in there and hit it. I mean, those sugars are way better. Like I've been juicing. I don't know what's it been, like a month, maybe 2 months now, 3 months.
Yeah, we know you've been juicing.
Like you've been juicing?
Oh.
Clip that, guys. Put that out there.
Both. So every day, like I do this juicing thing where I do like 4 cartons of strawberries, 6 cartons of blackberries,
Wow.
4 cartons of raspberries, and a whole thing of blueberries. And I'll juice it up. And then I got this Ninja machine I'm going to get this for Titan and you guys, because you guys are going to love this. But it creates that juice and it makes it into like a slush.
What?
So it's so good. And it's 100%. And you still get some of the protein, the fibers, you can taste it in there, but it's not like a blender. So it's not like, you get the stems or anything like that, or the green leaves of the strawberries. It's so cool. So I did blood work. So I wanted to see how it was going to affect my sugar levels, right? Because that was a big thing for me, because eating regular fruit is a little bit different, where you're eating the skins and those proteins and fibers slow that sugar from hitting your bloodstream as fast, right? From returning to the glycemic index to go up, right? So your sugar levels to rise. So at that point, like glucose was great. A1C was down, even better than what it was before without doing it. So I was like, man, this is really good. Liver functions were on point, obviously. I mean, I always want to make sure those are good, but that could be attributed to glutathione, so that was out. But the sugar levels were the biggest thing to me and to look at. But it's a great alternative. Like it's 100% juice, 100%. And at that point, you're still getting some of the fibers, and then being the slush, the water, it dilutes it just a little bit. So it's super good, man. I mean, best investment I've had in a long time, for sure.
I like this, Johnny. Johnny's eating carbs. He's only going to look better and better.
Dude,
I love that. Because I know you were so depleted in the sense of carbohydrates for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see you kind of like old school boys like me would call it off season in a sense. I think the new age, they don't like saying off season. Oh, I'm ripped all year. Okay. Take care of your body.
Yeah.
Guys, off season, eat your carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So, a gentleman says, what do you think of your kettlebells for an older guy? Not for me.
I like
Not for me. I think it's there's not enough torque on the body for the stress for the healthy joints relative to a lot of snapping and explosion work. But if you like it, my man, at least you're exercising, at least you're out there doing it, and you just enjoy it. One of the earlier questions was about mileage.
So you had a follow-up. I'll let you
Go.
Well, I'll just put it up and then continue with what you're saying.
So it's better to just go off of how I feel than what works for me.
Okay,
What works for me, I guess.
that's about 80%. His earlier question was because yesterday I talked about mileage. And he goes, well, what's the number range for so I don't get all that mileage when he gets older? He's obviously a young, strapping, strong-looking kid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no number, except the clarification of what the typical bodybuilder says, what they did in their 20s and 30s. That number is too high.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go in those ranges. Again, there's enough, finally, they catched up to me 30 years later, but there's enough studies talking about that hypertrophy starts 8 to 12 weeks later. The rep range is coming off of people that, when they first calculated it out, was people that weren't training, and that's why they came up with those numbers. So anybody doing any exercise is going to grow.
Right.
But main thing, and this kid's got a great point, it is how you feel. It is going in, and today we went in and trained, and I have this kid that is from overseas. He's in for 2 weeks to train with me.
Oh, wow.
He goes, first thing is like, what's our numbers today? How many sets, how many exercises are we doing? And I'm like, no idea.
Really?
None. I have zero idea on how we're going to do it or what we're going to do, but we'll start here and we warm up. We got into sets and reps. I probably got him maybe 3 sets on inclines, and I said, "You're done there. We've hit that enough." And he barely did, I think, in a total of 10 reps during all 3 sets, and moved him on to the next exercise. Did 2 more exercises, 2 sets each, and his chest was done. Now, there's no way of calculating that out before the fact for me. But now that I'm visually watching him and I'm watching him train, I know that we pushed him to that breaking point, and we did enough work to where we stimulated his body for him to grow. And so that's the same thing for you, kiddo, that's asked this question is get in there. You have your regimen. You're going to do 4 exercises, 4 sets each, and you got your rep range. And as you go through those, keep trying to listen to your body and see how much your chest has taken, how much you need to put back into it or get out of there. There's many a times that Jeff and I and the crew here, especially Serge, is an absolute savage. There's a lot of times we'll go in and we got 4 exercises for the day, like when Billy Gunn's here. Billy Gunn, when Billy's here, the point is to break him. That's it. I want every workout to be in wrestling. If you guys don't know, when you go to wrestling camp back in the 80s and 90s, when I went, the point is to break the human. It's to mentally break him. The body's going to go first, but when you break him mentally, it's gold. And the reason why they would do that in wrestling is because you have to perform like a savage 365. You're on the road back then. You're taking bumps. And so it's that same approach for Billy and me when we train together. And the reason I'm saying that is there's a lot of times we'll go in there and the goal is just to destroy each other, but we barely get done with 1 or 2 exercises and we're done. Couldn't go a 3rd exercise because we blasted those first 2 exercises so much. And I think the society thinks, well, no, if I got my program, if I got my 4 exercises, I got to do all 4. If I don't do all 4, then I didn't do it right. And you'll find when you do a workout and it's on point and you got the intensity, probably a chance that you're not making it through that whole workout, just for anybody that's here, unless you're pacing yourself. And the point of working out is not pacing yourself. Johnny, what's your take?
Oof. So, I mean, for the average individual out there, they need some sort of guidance. And I think that's just what it is. It's like guidance. It's usually between 8 and 12 reps per set, and 3 sets, are pretty common and standard across the board. There are other guys that say, listen, low weight, high volume is going to be good for somebody and all this. I mean, listen, I think that don't overcomplicate things in the beginning, especially if you're an amateur. Go in there, start working out, right? You don't have to kill yourself or set the standard. Just go in there with a good head on your shoulders. And at that point, give it your all. If you blast yourself and you're only there for 15 minutes, it is what it is. But the whole point is progression after that. If you're somebody that's more experienced, you're like, hey, listen, I don't want to get better. I'm trying to learn knowledge from you guys. I mean, for me, it's been a different thing. It's been a different light, but I mean, I can't say that it's been the best either. I mean, obviously I have shoulder problems. So, I mean, what I did or maybe my form or anything wasn't perfect. But I was trying to go for heavier weight back in the day, and now I don't go for as heavy. I go for probably about 80% of what I can do. And I'll set the standard of at least being able to do at least, 10 reps per exercise, per set. I mean, that's just what I do, right? That's just what I've known or what I've learned along the way. Is there a better way? I'd love to go through one of Mike's workouts like that. Because, I mean, I don't know what I would be able to do or how much I'd be able to get out of it. But I know that.
You just said your goal setting.
Yeah.
And I think that's the ultimate goal. Your goal setting. You go, hey, I'm going to get 10.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there, that's lifting. You go in there, you got a goal.
Yeah.
Do what you can. But if your body feels tapped enough and you're not done.
Right. Exactly.
We're learning.
I don't want to hurt myself either. So I'm lifting a little bit smarter, I guess. Right. Now I want to just make sure, like, I'm not just trying to do a whole bunch of reps. I'm definitely not trying to put any more wear and tear on the shoulders, as possible. So I got to be able to train smarter. And I'm trying to train smarter like that. I think it's coming along good. I mean, listen, I think that, for the average person or individual, if they get in the gym 3 times a week, at least 30 minutes, and it doesn't have to be all lifting. It can be other things too. It could be some cardio and stuff like that if you need to lose weight. But, at that point, I think setting goals, like you said, that's probably the best way to do things. Jeez. Sorry about
You're
that.
okay.
It's too popular.
You got a lot of people calling you, kid. I understand that. But this kid got his great point. I would like everybody here to try to feel what's enough, what's too much. That's basically what it comes down to.
Because some people train to muscle failure, on every and you can't do that, right? It just it doesn't. It's not smart. So it's a plan of attack, right? And do what you can, but you have to be able to adapt. If you're done, you're done.
Leave that one. What he just said is trained to failure. It's funny that the science geeks keep saying that kind of stuff, and it's so interesting. You look back to the guys that did do that and how they destroyed their bodies by the time they were out of their 20s and 30s, and it's like, if you can't mentally comprehend that, there's nothing I can teach you.
Yeah,
I can teach you nothing. If you're not visually looking at the person going, this guy's coaching me and he's broken and he's telling me over and over again, this is what he did during those times. It's like, wait a minute. Like you just said, hey, maybe on the shoulders or this, I maybe pushed a little too hard. And I get it. You're a savage. And I know you're a baseball and we were all 20.
Yeah.
Trust me, when you couldn't tell. That's not true. Dang it! I wish I could say you couldn't tell me anything, but I just listened to all these guys and paid attention. So I can't say I wasn't that guy. I would like to say I'm the biggest idiot, but for some reason I pay attention. I keep my mouth shut and I listen to people that have done it better than I, and come out the other side. So try to do your best. Here's a great one though. This is how do I break Billy Gunn mentally? It's a cool relationship and I know what he's capable of. And so I'll push him to that point and try to do it. But the honest truth though is I can't break that guy mentally. He's unbreakable. And you'll find guys like that. You just can't mentally break. They're just like, that's cute. It's like, and those are the kind of people, I know Johnny's around these kind of savages.
Oh yeah.
And all aspects of life, real estate, events, just moguls, these guys.
Wrestlers too, man. I know I do. I don't know how many I got, so I know exactly how it is. That mentality too, as well. It's crazy. Some of these people are so mentally strong, though. It's ridiculous. It is.
But that's why they succeeded.
Yeah. No, I know.
Most people
gotta be.
You succeed because you're in good shape or you're strong. It's like, do you know how many guys I know that have been incredible, genetic, gifted shape and they put in the work and still didn't make it? Mentally strong is that's what you want to go with, guys.
I know guys that, SEALs. So when you go through budge training, that is mentally and physically breaking somebody, depleting somebody down to nothing, no sleep. Dude, like, the guys that become Navy SEALs and go through that training, man, you gotta tip your hats because it is not easy to do something like that either. So it's crazy.
That's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to meet those kind of people and listen to their mindsets. Give me another one. That was great.
Why does the so-called science-based guys spread the most misinformation?
It's because anybody that just reads and regurgitates. That's not what information is supposed to be used and attempted. Take it out there and put it into action. That's what real information is. And the problem is these guys are so locked in on it. I don't know. It's just you read something and it's factual to them. And that's what Johnny was just talking about. Weak-minded. It's weak-minded. It's these people get told one thing or they read something and like Mike, whatever, is like the pinnacle of be careful that education doesn't make you a complete moron. Like it does so many. Utilize.
For carbs, best carb sources, Huck Finn Barbell. There's a few Miller Lights.
Hold on. Did you see what I posted of him?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this cat right here, I must have been up around 4 o'clock this morning. And you got to go see his page right now. And this, I actually grabbed his post and posted it over on my page because it's just too damn good. Okay, so there it is. I don't know if you can see that. We'll post it later. That's called a raw bench.
Oh, shit. Oh, you did that real raw.
Be real raw.
Lost that leg.
Yeah. I wanted to at least see this, the sack or something there, buddy. This boy did a 500 and butt ass naked. That's my boy.
Bro, is this live?
No, it's not live.
This was yesterday. This
Yeah.
is tomorrow's video.
Yeah, this is tomorrow's video. We haven't filmed this yet, but thanks for being early.
How to do a proper bulk as a teen?
Oh, sheesh. That's a great question.
That's a great question.
And the reason why this is such a great question is because you're still growing. And so the worst thing you could do is listen to what the trainers or the people try to tell you. You're going to be able to find out how well your body functions right now. So what I want you to do as a teenager is I want you eat. So my son is 6 years old and he's not as big as me.
Mm-hmm.
My son eats more calories than I eat at 6 years old. It's absolutely bizarre. And as a teenager, this question is great because we don't know where your calorie intake is, but we're going to find out and make sure that we're taking in enough and make sure those carbohydrates and that protein is up there because, this is the time that you get to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, you got a teenager. You got a teenager. One of your biggest, and this is for everybody out there, food is hard. Food is hard across the board for every human alive. And so every time you guys come up to me and say, hey, I'm great with the workout, but I'm bad on the food. You don't need to say that. I already know. Everybody's bad with food. And so, John, what are your tricks to try to get your son to eat more?
So, yeah, he's tall, but he's got to get bigger. You got to get stronger. Got to get built bigger and got to get stronger. So, at this point, obviously I tell him to prioritize protein. Make him drink protein drinks before bed, all that, so you get an extra protein, especially when he's sleeping. If he's getting that much, it can help with muscle synthesis and the recovery and helping him get some more gains, hopefully. But kids don't want to eat. I don't know if it's metabolism or not. Some do, and it's all junk food, and then it's it's a whole bunch of garbage that they're eating. So, for him, I'm making him eat so many of these like pre-made meals that he gets. And at that point, drink protein and stuff like that. He's still eating the other calories from other stuff that he's getting, but he's trying to become healthier. So I got to give it to him for that. The training's got to be there too as well, right? Like the food's one portion. You got to get the food right, and then you got to get the training right to properly bulk them, not just to fatten them up. You can just stuff a whole bunch of calories on their throat. They will gain weight if they keep eating. Hopefully over time. And at that point, you want him to have the muscle to go along with it. So, even with Peter, he's got to get stronger. I had him evaluate the other day. And it's funny, they said his right side is not as strong as his left side, and he's a right-handed thrower. I was like, how the hell does that happen? How does somebody become weaker on one side than the other side? And you know what? I don't know how it is, but we're going to get those sides even stronger. So,
yeah, yeah, Peter's a monster of height. And again, I love that this kid right here, or maybe this is a parent that wants to have their teenager eat. Make sure they're eating. The protein is a good range for his body weight or whatever the goal body weight is, and then get the carbohydrates in there and feed that boy. And I'm one of the huge believers is that carbohydrate, especially for a teenager, can go through a 24-hour span. I'm okay with that. I'm okay waking up at night and having another meal. We all did that back in the 70s and 80s. So it's eat, eat, eat. Do the best you can. You'll find out if you're over bulking because you're gaining weight too rapidly, and it's not correlating with your strength gains, the muscularity, and you're just spilling over. So take it up in steps. And then also just keep in the mindset, he's blocking people over here. Come on. Let me talk some shit before they block him. Come on. But yeah, for you teenagers or you parents out there, your kids, please don't fall into this television and the hype of carbohydrates are a bad thing. Don't deprive your child of nutrition.
Good carbohydrates. Most people give their kids bad carbohydrates. That's why those carbohydrates are bad.
Yeah, shoot. I'm speaking of a common sense person of that we still eat meals, not fast food restaurants and stuff like that. So
yes.
I was raised off of the you're having steak and potatoes for dinner. That's a meal. And in today's society, they're saying, oh, you're on a nutrition plan. It's like, I'm still talking old school. Still talking old school.
Right.
Give me another one. And then we got a lot of stuff to go into peptides. So I want to go into peptides.
While I find one, I'll just pull that up.
Man, thanks, man. We got a huge crowd today. I think people are getting excited about New Year's, Christmas. Let's eat through Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, and then start getting on plan. So I think that's a great thing. And maybe that's a reason why we're double numbers today.
Yeah. Is there mood swings with TRT? Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah.
All right. So listen, testosterone replacement therapy, that's what TRT stands for. It should be more hormone replacement therapy. And the reason I say that is because if you introduce testosterone, yeah, it's going to lift testosterone levels, but it's probably going to raise estrogen levels too. And if it raises estrogen levels too high, then yes, you'll have some mood swings, probably have short fuse, water retention, irritability. That's because your estrogen went up because your testosterone converted into that. So if you're properly having it done, you won't get any mood swings. You'll be just feeling a lot better, more energy, better mental clarity, be able to perform better, right? And better self-confidence about yourself. So if it's done correctly, you shouldn't get any of the negative side effects. If it's not done correctly, then obviously you might get some side effects. So, that could be acne, that could be irritability, that could be hair loss. That could be a number of different things. So, the best thing I could say is blood tests, see where you're at, have somebody take care of your care. Type Medical Center can do it nationwide for you. So if you're interested in that, just give us a call or text. And you can kind of go over those options. But TRT, HRT, if done properly, you shouldn't have any side effects or very minimal, if anything, and all upside.
Just for anybody out there working with Titan Medical, I don't believe you're going to have mood swings. I think you're going to be fixed from mood swings because, again, TRT or HRT, whichever you say it, they're going to put you on a protocol that all your things will never be out of balance. And so if you go to Joe Blow at the gym because he's the big jet guy and you get on some tea, there's going to be some issues. And so Titan Medical, make sure that your estrogen's right, your T levels are right, make sure that you're drinking your water, eating your proper food, sleeping well, making sure that from the blood markers, you're not overtraining or too exhausted. If there's problems with cholesterol in your livers and kidneys, they're on it. So I don't see the mood swing, but I will say this. If there is something wrong with your numbers and you don't do TRT, man, you might be a pile of crying emotion, right? I mean, how many people do we know? I know I've known tons that I go to the gym and the guy, and I'm talking about guys here, and they're so breakable mentally. And I'm like, you got to go check, make sure that everything's working fine for your body. And you find out that their estrogens are blown out of the thing and because their T's is just dropped. And so it's like, that's where those mood swings come from.
Yep. It's true. It's true. I don't want to be those individuals.
Yeah.
What's your view on peptides? Good or not recommended for training purposes for results? Peptides, man. What's your view on peptides? Peptides are great. Peptides can help so much workout, recovery, anti-aging, sexually, mentally. There's so many different benefits with peptides. So, you know, I would definitely recommend peptides for sure for anybody out there because listen, they're natural sequences of amino acids. It's awesome. So at that point, take advantage of it, you know?
Stay with David for a second. Hi, David. I love your question here about what do I think of peptides. I'm going to remove the end of your statement because not recommended for purpose of training or results of training. I don't care about that. Peptides can help you in life and help your body be healthy.
Yes.
And so I just want you to keep that in mind. When you talk to us, this is about life and about staying healthy and being able to do what you do as a husband, a father. It looks like you're married there or have a child. Yeah, it's incredible. Peptides is a fancy word for just amino acids, guys. So yeah, it's amino acids are great. Glutamine's great. Vitamin B's great. B12 is great. These are all things that just help you in life. You guys don't need to put in the aspect of training. Will it help your training? If you're healthier, what's it going to do to your training? Phew. I saw a guy today and he goes, "Hey, be careful. I just replaced my shoulder." And I'm like, "Oh, no sweat. Okay, gotcha. Good job. My age." And I said, "Okay, great. Are you taking care of it? You rehabbing?" Yeah, I'm doing good. And I go, "So you doing BPC and TB 500?" He goes, "What's that?" And I'm like, and his trainer's Rico. And I'm like, "Rico, where'd you drop the ball here?" It's like,
Right.
It's like you just got done getting shoulder. I can't say that very well. So it's like shoulder surgery. It's like, get on there, take care of that, rehab even better. You guys wonder how football players, ultimate athletes, mess up a knee and just come back to be the ultimate athlete again in such a short time? It's just ice bath and foam rolling.
Yep.
Is it?
It's not.
It's not. And so why wouldn't you think of yourself as a pro athlete and go, "I want to be healthy. I want to be like that." Jeez Louise. Get it. David, crush it. David Austin, thank you for the question today, my man. We're going to clip that bad boy and put that up.
So the opposite question now.
Okay.
What's your take on SARMs? Are they safe and effective? So I wouldn't touch SARMs. Select androgen receptor modulators. Don't touch them. Don't touch them. They're going to shut down your natural production of testosterone. Not worth it. Liver toxicity. Not worth it. Trust me, there's better options on the table. If you have low testosterone, instead of taking SARMs, take testosterone. I wouldn't touch SARMs at all. I do peptides over SARMs all day, every day.
I'm with Johnny.
What will healthy TRT doses shrink my testes? So if you introduce any testosterone in the body and you're not using any gonadal support like HCG or like FSH or enclomiphene, then your testicles are going to shrink no matter what. The signal from your brain to your testes gets shut off. Your testes go on vacation. Your testosterone natural gets cut off completely, and your semen production lowers, and your balls shrink. So if you don't want your balls to shrink on testosterone, come to Titan Medical Center. We'll make sure you have gonadal support so they're nice and puffy and producing a lot of semen for your partner.
I would say for this one, though, if you are a guy that's not well endowed, maybe let him shrink. Maybe look bigger.
Nah, man.
No.
Honestly,
All
they say that guys on testosterone, it actually looks like it's bigger. So the jury's out on that. I don't know. I don't look at a lot of guys, but
All right. Well,
ask females.
take it.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I'm going to step. He's got a couple questions. 1 second.
Oh, we got some questions here.
Real quick.
What's up, chat? John, couple questions I've been getting asked a lot, especially while we're at the gym, is everybody keeps talking about BPC, TB, and then this the copper mix.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, and like what's the difference between just taking BPC and TB versus adding in the copper? Is it that extra, like what's going on with that?
Sure. All right. So BPC and TB500, obviously healing peptides, right? It's going to be great for ligaments, joints, tendons, muscles, open cuts. I mean, all that, right? It just enhances the healing process, brings blood to those different areas and helps you heal. Now, adding in GHKCU, the copper peptide. So Mike has talked about this plenty of times. We talk about collagen, right? And that's what GHK does. GHK is helping the skin resurface, remodel, introducing that collagen, helping with elasticity too as well with the copper. So adding GHKCU with TB and BPC 157 is going to give you the ultimate mix for, obviously for because BPC and TB, remember now, it will help the skin too. It's just not known for that, but it helps repair. So anything damaged, it helps repair. So at that point, at least the TB is going to be helping because it works synergistic, it works synergistically with BPC 157, but works systematically through the body. So at that point, you're going to get a lot of different benefits from it, especially for women. I mean, they are loving this different mix because at that point, they're getting 3 different components in one injection. So it breaks down a lot more for somebody that wants to get a lot of the different benefits and not have to inject 3 different things.
Is there a difference with the copper between the injection and I see a lot of creams too, or is this cream like not a thing?
So the creams, I mean, absorbency through creams, it'd be just like anything else. I mean, it's going to be a lower absorbency than an injection. You're going to get a way higher absorbency and a way faster transportation rate. And you also have a mix now with KPV in it too, which is another healing type of peptide. So at that point, they have some different options on the table. And listen, if you don't want the GHKCU, we've got BPC and TB by themselves together, however you want it. So we've got different options on the table. It's just we're giving a lot more for a lot lower cost if you get the blends, right? Because we're trying to pass on the savings to the patient, and they're getting a lot more benefit out of it. I mean, obviously, like if I want to, put blends together, it's going to get the patient a lot more results. At that point, they're not just having to take one peptide; they can take all 3 in one. We've got another mix that has this is the mix right here, right? I'm trying to think of a good name for this one because this is the boss mix right here. But I got to come up with some Greek name. But it's got AOD injectable, MOTS-C, ipamorelin, and tesamorelin. That's the mega mix. So now, let's say you got both blends. Now you're going to be able to inject 8 different things with 2 injections. I mean, that's a game changer.
And what's the overall effect of this blend?
That blend?
Yeah.
It's the demigod effect, I guess. So you're going to get weight loss from AOD, which is awesome, right? You're going to get MOTS-C, which is going to ignite the mitochondria, which is also going to flip the switch and turn to basically your metabolism flipping on, like you're exercising, which is awesome. Then you're going to get your growth hormone stimulated by ipamorelin, and then you're also going to get stimulated even more with tesamorelin. And don't forget, tesamorelin is also going to attack visceral belly fat. It's the ultimate blend. I mean, I'm not going to call it that, but I think that's a cheesier name for it. But it's a demigod blend. It literally is. Like, I don't want to say godlike, but it would be that. It'd be that blend for anybody out there. Anti-aging, weight loss, visceral belly fat. I mean, it's a winner. I took it last night. I'm like, this is the winner. I mean, I'm like, this is awesome. And then at that point, I'll take the BPC, TB500, KPV, and the GHKCU. I've been taking it in the morning the last 2 days. So it's been a good effect. no burning, no lumping, which was real nice, because I'm worried. I'm like, hey, listen, this is a lot of stuff in one injection, right? Even though it's water-based, it's still a lot, right? And that it can differentiate on some different things, but and I've had some good shots from different pharmacies through the past and some bad ones through the past. So I always want to try them out first, but I've tried them out and they're definitely winners.
I can't wait to try those because also, like, I know that Moxie is one of those things you do twice a week, and some of the other ones, I wonder how they mixed them to make sure that you can still do everything like that throughout the week. You still hear us okay, Johnny?
I think you just got a call.
He's just getting phone calls left and right. This guy is a busy man. So I thank you again for being able to do this.
I thought I turned airplane mode on, so they couldn't call. I don't know why it's coming through. I'll have to check this. I also found out last night, like, my phone's like on do not disturb for everybody. Peter, Cherise, everybody. I can't shut it off. So I've been trying to shut it off. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so this is something you're going to take every night.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be
Okay.
a daily dose of Moxie. So you're going to be really ignited. And before, we used to have patients do it 4 to 5 times a week and then take 2 days off. This one's going to be every day. Every day you're going to take this.
Wow. Okay.
So it's going to be ignite the mitochondria. It's awesome.
Powerhouse.
You kids, man. I mean, I'm glad I'm at this stage of the game and I get to use these peptides, and I'm blessed to be part of Titan Medical and the team, and to be able to go and use peptides at this stage of my career it just elongates my career. So it's such a different world, but I can't fathom. Pretty much everybody here is much younger than me, but just I can't imagine how much more healthy your lives will be by making sure that your blood markers are healthy, that, again, if there's something wrong with your cholesterol or high blood pressure or your liver enzymes are out of whack or your T levels are not working, knowing that in such an easy way compared to the 80s, what you guys have in front of you is just, there's no excuses anymore. I guess that's, the bottom line today really is about no excuses. If you want to eat carbs, but still get your protein in, Johnny was just talking about it. You want to be healthy for the first time and get rid of these little injuries, Johnny was just talking about it. But all this, it sounds great. And we can tell you this and we can kind of give you this information. But at the end of the day, all we can do is give you the information to make you think. You got to make the call. I can't help you there. Johnny can't help you there. It depends on, do you like your life or do you want to love your life and be an absolute monster?
Yeah.
I hate average. In no world, I was doing a video the other day. What's your motto? What gets you motivated? Motivated. I got one freaking life and I don't want to be average.
Right.
Yeah, just I love the life I can live, and we can do this. And Johnny right here can make you optimize your health and body tenfold.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you go into a room and you're like, hey, listen, everybody, if you want to be ordinary, raise your hand. And you'll probably see nobody raise their hands. And then you see, well, anybody extraordinary, raise your hand. Everybody wants to raise their hand. If he's really gonna, put the foot to mouth and go out there and get it done and create that action to actually do it. And that's what separates the people. It's they can talk all they want, but it's all about the walk,
It really is. And you're out there in Florida, so I know you walk into a room out in Florida, everybody's going to raise their hand. You want to be unique. You want to be the 1%. Unfortunately, I'm in California, so when they say, "Do you guys want to be average?" What's wrong with average? Okay. Yes. That's my question. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, Johnny. Yeah.
That's scary.
It's really scary when people want to start being average. I don't want anybody that's here that's listening to us talk today to go, wait, I just want to be average. Man, you guys can be. Yeah, you guys already know this. And I know a lot of you think this too. And a lot of you going, okay, how do I get started? Well, you get started by hitting up Titan Medical. And Jeff, will you throw down a link to Titan Medical here?
Yeah.
And we're going to put a link here. And so you guys will see that. And also when this goes up on the YouTube and all over Facebook, we'll put a link on the top and pin it on the first comment, just so you guys can go, okay, there's no excuse. We got just over 5.5 weeks here for New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my blood checked. Johnny's going to tell us on the breakdown on that. Let me find out what's going on. Let me make an appointment to talk about my blood work. What's wrong? What's not wrong?
Yep.
What can I do? And then on top of all that, make me special. Give me the Captain America secret juice. And what can we do to make me a superhero? Johnny, tell them the breakdown on the blood work.
Yeah, so blood work's super simple and super easy to get nationwide. All you have to do is either call or text the number, 727-389-3220, or even easier, just go on the website, type medicalcenter.com, and purchase the blood work. After that, when you get the blood work back, 3 to 4 business days, we're going to call you and go over some of these different things and schedule you for your consultation with a medical provider. A lot of places you're not even meeting with medical providers. It's just some person that says, this is what the provider said. That's not how it should be. That you need to make sure that you build that relationship with the provider. You got 30, 45 minutes to talk about what's going on, your health history, your family health history, and what you're trying to accomplish. The provider is going to personalize a regimen for you. And at that point, we're going to do that regimen going forward. We're going to check on you every 28 days. But every day, if you want to text us, call us, you're more than welcome to, and we'll be able to help you out with anything you possibly need. We're here for your support. We're here for your results. And obviously, we're here to get you healthy. And with the first of the year coming, it's better to jump on that horse now so you're prepared the first of the year and you're ahead of all those other turkeys out there that have been waiting longer and longer to get in. So it's really, really cool. And I've got this program where I'm working on, Mike, right now. I don't have the exact details, but like I said, LA Fitness is going to give free memberships to my people. I'm gonna include it in some of the packages for them for New Year's. So at that point, they have a place to work out. So they can get the program from Mike. They can get the therapies from us, and if they don't have a gym membership, they'll have one free for at least a month or two.
All right. I love that. Hey, we got a guy here who says you'll never get anywhere without steroids. So everybody out there that is teenagers and 20-year-olds, that your T levels are working well, this guy's going to tell you you can't become anything. Now that's coming from his point of view. He has his right to have his point of view. There's some bitterness there, obviously, you can tell. And then also the great thing about today's society is at the Olympia, I'm sitting there at the Titan medical booth. A kid comes up, stud, 24 years old, tall as I am, good looking, maybe 210, deadlifted at 870 pounds.
Wow.
24 years old. You visually look at him, you'll go, could almost deadlift everybody there and all the strongmen. Mm-hmm. And straight up model. And when I say good looking, and then what we just had this last weekend is a tested power lifter, set the new world record in raw. He did a 970-pound conventional deadlift raw, and he was 20 years old.
Oh, my God.
And if you missed what I said there,
Oh, my God.
I said tested, which means same federation that I grew up in. Tested. Now he's 20 years old. So great and smart for him being patient and living his life. Now, what does that mean? It means that individual is doing fine, doing great. That doesn't mean everybody's doing great. And Roger is one of these people that's upset about life because he didn't get anywhere, because he believes that it's solely about something. And Johnny can tell you this, and I can tell you this. It's about making sure the body's working correctly.
Yep.
Correctly.
Yep.
If you want to live a healthy life and do this for a long time, just fix the body. But again, this is, I'm used to this kind of talk because this is very California. What do they call these people?
Liberals?
No, not liberals. They call them the people that complain about everything. The world owes me everything.
Victims?
Victims. There's the word. A victim mentality. There. Thank you. Yeah. So don't have the victim mentality, because maybe Roger is right for him. Maybe Roger needs a little TRT so he can find that happy place again.
Yep.
You know, if you can't control your mindset, maybe there's a problem with Roger's estrogens running a little high. Maybe he's lactating.
Oh man.
So, Johnny,
Say it,
sorry.
man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe that's what's up. When you help these people and the changes they see, tell us what that does for you as the owner of the company.
Yeah, it's a priceless thing, man. Like when somebody says you've changed my life, like for the better, I never thought I could accomplish this, or I mean, some people that we've helped have been obese, like I said, since childhood, and they never had anybody to guide them on nutrition or exercise or anything like that, and they thought everything they were doing was what they were supposed to be doing. And at that point, to rewire people so late in the game too, as well, and I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, people literally cry and I don't even know what to say to that. I'm so like humbled by it. I'm like, man, this is a feeling like no other. It really is. It's a priceless feeling, man. Like somebody, I mean, you changed my life. I'll always remember you guys, or tattoo our name on them or whatever. I mean, I've seen some crazy things. So at that point, like I'm just, I'm humbled by it, and just makes me want to help more people. Because there's so many people out there that could use our help for sure, and would definitely improve their quality of life across the board. So we're gonna get out. We're gonna help as many people as possible, and just keep the Titan train moving.
So I'm guessing this is a statement.
Is this real, John?
This is not real. Okay, so it says if you pin your TRT daily, you probably won't ever need an AI. And what he's talking about is microdosing testosterone. Well, yeah, you can microdose testosterone and stick yourself every day, but at that point, that doesn't mean your estrogen is not going to rise. Now, if you're pinning yourself at so minute levels where your testosterone is not really rising either, let's talk about that. Like if you're getting up to 500 or 600, you might not need an AI. Like if your total testosterone is that, your free testosterone is just average. But if you're sticking yourself, you might as well be optimal. And usually, guys that are taking 200 milligrams a week or 300 milligrams a week, those people are going to need aromatase inhibitors. If you guys are messing around with 50 milligrams a week, you might not need it. But here's the thing. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot anyway. If you started at 450 or 500 and you're only getting up to 550, 600, you're really not going to feel that much better. You ask a guy if he microdoses every day, if he feels better than the guy that's injecting 2 times a week and splitting that dose across the board. That's why majority of people still do the half dosing 2 times a week. And it's the most effective and efficient way. Yes, your levels are going to go up higher than when you microdose. So at that point, you might need an aromatase inhibitor. But if you play the game and you're at low levels, low results, why even stick yourself every day for it? What's up, Mike? Big fan. Any advice on a messed up shoulder? Man, we just talked about those blends, BPC and TB500. They're healing peptides. These are something that you would take maybe, depending on what the injury is, maybe 6 to 12 weeks. And at that point, you're going to have a healthier shoulder. I don't want to say it's healed all the way, depending on what it is. I don't want to guarantee that for you. But majority of people that have shoulder problems usually get the fix from BPC and TB500.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just make sure that you continue to figure out how to get blood in there without traumatizing it worse. I don't know how messed up your shoulder is. Like Johnny and me are around these guys that have frozen shoulders because they took bumps. And sometimes they take bumps on only one side of their body. So you got this frozen right shoulder. And I know Billy's, and it's like, so don't know the level of it, but I know that this stuff helps. So I'd get going on the peptides.
The 300-pound bump.
Yeah, 300-pound dude on his shoulders. Yeah. Oof. So.
Oh, here's one good life banger.
All right. Send us off with a good one.
Got it. Mike, what business advice would you give the youth for a successful career? Also, how do you think being in shape compares to being in shape with a business? Money and bank and good people around you. Okay. What business advice would I give a successful career? I mean, that's the first off, right? What advice?
Definitely chase Yeah, but chase the dream. You could. I love the Jim Carrey's discussion. You could not chase your dream, and no matter if you chase your dream or you work for yourself or whatever it is, it's all hard.
Yeah.
There's no easy path. And working for somebody is not an easy path either. But you can get fired from the working for somebody.
Right.
And so why not chase something that you can do, that you love, is my advice. And then I think Johnny's right here. Johnny owns the company and he's in incredible shape. And I love seeing Johnny and my friends that are in great shape that own businesses relative to these guys online that I've had acquaintances with. And they talk about how much money they have. But I'm also looking at this slop getting into a Lamborghini. And I'm like, as a kid wanting to be financially set and everything, I never looked at myself and go, hey, I'm cool with being a slop getting into a fancy car and nice house. It's always being healthy and looking good. I mean, it's like, I'll take a shack and look good relative to a mansion and look bad and broken and overweight.
Definitely. I mean, the advice I give you the exact same thing as Mike says. You got to keep pushing forward in whatever you want to do. Whatever that passion is, you got to push forward and at least try. If it involves going to work for somebody in the beginning to kind of learn the lay of the land, then that's another thing. Like a lot of people, that's what they do. Like that's why a lot of people take intern jobs. They don't get paid a single dime, but they work for the top, and they learn the ropes real fast, right? Because they're getting all the garbage shit work and getting ready for coffee or whatever. But they're around in some of those different environments where key pieces of knowledge get pushed out. And incorporating that into your artillery, right? And for the future is a big one. I can tell you that there's different things that I've done in my life that set me up for success when I started Titan, if that makes any sense. Like background advertising marketing. So I did big programs for a lot of big companies, right? Everything from direct mail, websites, pay-per-click, magazines, billboards, all that, right? So I kind of knew that the advertising lay of the land and how it would be. There's other jobs where I was on the phone 24/7, talking to people. So at that point, like it set me up. So that's the one thing I would say. And I would say, just don't stop, right? But at that point, what you put in, what you get is what you'll get out usually in any situation. So just take that advice and run with it.
Be an absolute savage. Guys, get over there today. Thank you for the extreme turnout today. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, everybody coming out today. Again, we're going to post this. We will pin the first comment will be a link to the website and the phone number for you guys to get on over there, get Titan Medical. Say, hey, we saw the live. We're here. We're ready to start getting ready for the new year. 5 weeks. And then I'm going to try to get my incredible, wow, he's over 30 years of my training partner. My training partner, who's a monster of a human, on a GLP. Yeah, wouldn't he? Like, could you imagine that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy's as strong as me and has been for 30 years.
Who's stronger, the GLP or him?
Yeah, who's stronger, the GLP or him, right? Who's going to win this battle? But he's also a 350-pound guy.
Wow.
And I wish he would drop some of that weight.
The GLPs that we got, he's going to drop weight and retain muscle.
Yeah, that's a great. Imagine Kelly at 245 pounds. Oh, no. You couldn't keep the girls off him.
Yeah, he was nuts.
Yeah. Holy sheesh. That's it. All right. Big Johnny, have a good day today, my man.
I will, guys. I will. You too. I'll talk to you later, bro. See you guys.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
One quick super chat. Real quick. This guy right here. With a man. Where's your question at, buddy? Bam! Need help with exercise selection and programming to help get my bench press to 315. He said earlier, I think he's at like 2. Where were you at earlier? But whatever.
He's in that 2 range right now, and he wants 315.
Here it is. How to get the bench press from 2 plates to 3 plates.
There you go. Jump on Power Bodybuilding right now today. We got 12 weeks on that bad boy. we started over. We're on week 2.
Mhm.
And that way you just follow the reps and sets, and that will guarantee a nice little 50 pounds over the next 12 weeks on your bench press. And then, we just keep doing it over and over, keep pounding that weights on there, my man. We got to get the sets and reps right for you. Anybody here that's wanting to do that, get on over to the Titan Crew. We'll also pin that up here too for you guys. Get in the Titan Crew. We did check-ins last week. I asked for people in the Titan Crew, put those lifts also on the Titan Crew. So, for example, for you, how do you pronounce that name?
Nahome?
Nahome. So when you get in the Titan Crew, what I'd like to see is that 2 biscuits. I'd like to see that form on the 2
I want to
biscuits.
see his current, right?
I want to see his current form
Okay.
and see if there's anything that we need to change there too. And then also just the other lifts.
Yeah.
You want all lifts. You don't want nobody here should just want the bench press. You should want your whole body as a unit to get stronger.
So he might just have 50 pounds of weight to add just through form and technique if he's doing it completely wrong.
Better form, better
Yeah.
technique. Make sure we got the triceps coming into play. The body as a unit on the press.
Unit. That's going up later, guys.
There you go. Yeah, clip that bad boy and let's rock and roll. I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging, my man.